All right, folks, it's time to get into the hardwood court, where the NBA is currently the hot topic on the table. With the new season tipping off, we've got a lot more than just basketball to talk about, especially since the NBA is on the verge of reshaping its entire media landscape. So buckle up, because we're about to break down what might just be the most pivotal play the NBA has ever made off the court. Picture this. The NBA's colossal media rights deal is winding down, set to expire after the 2024-2025 season. But here's where it gets interesting. Negotiations can start as soon as this season wraps up, and according to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, we're about to see a tech revolution in media, unlike anything in the past 3 decades. This isn't just any deal, it's a game changer, one that's going to be infinitely more complex than any deals of the past. Now, to put this in perspective, we've got to talk about the juggernaut of sports media deals, the NFL. We're looking at a staggering $100 billion over 11 years. Their roster of media partners like CBS, Fox, ESPN, NBC, and Amazon are serving up fewer than 100 games a year to an audience of around 16 million viewers per game. That's Major League viewership. And let's not forget Amazon's touchdown with Thursday Night Football, scoring record numbers over 2 years. The NBA is taking notes, but here's their unique challenge. Their fans are a mobile bunch. Yes, we're talking about those young guns and even some seasoned veterans who live and breathe NBA action on their smartphones and tablets. Sure, traditional TV's still in play, but the court's getting wider with streaming and cord cutting, changing the game. So the NBA's got to do more than just dribble. They've got to shoot and score in the direct-to-consumer and personalization space. This means making strategic plays to cater to fans who prefer the highlight reels over the full 48 minutes. But before they can roll out this new game plan, they've got to talk turkey with their distributors, new and old. The goal? To land a sweet deal that pumps more dollars into the League for National Games. The dream scenario. Stick with the current squad of partners, up the ante on the price tag for the same amount or maybe even fewer games, and draft some new players into the mix that can take over an entire night each week. So, what does this all mean for you? The viewer at home, or on the go. It means the way you watch the game is about to get a major league upgrade. We're talking about customizing your viewing experience, cutting out the cable, and still catching all the slam dunks, crossovers, and buzzer beaters, anytime, anywhere. Now, let's pivot to the business side of the court. The NBA, like any smart player, is looking to expand its footprint. They want to cater to the global fan base, serve up games in various formats, and ensure that whether you're watching from your couch or catching the highlights on your commute, you're getting the full court press, NBA style. But it's not just about adapting to the changing viewership trends. It's about anticipating them. The league is already planning moves for technologies we're just getting wind of. Imagine, in a few years, putting on a pair of smart glasses and having courtside seats to any game you choose, all thanks to the VR advancements that this new media deal might help bring into your living room. Now let's talk strategy. The NBA has to play this smart. They need to maintain the home court advantage they have with traditional viewers while executing a full court press to capture the fragmented attention spans of the modern audience. And let's be real, it's not just about showing the game. It's about creating an immersive experience, one where the fans are as much a part of the action as the players on the court. In a twist that's got the NBA circuit buzzing, it looks like up to 15 franchises could be getting the full court press due to some off-court financial fouls. Here's the play-by-play. Bally Sports, a major broadcaster with rights to air games for about half of the league's teams, is hitting snags with its payments. That's right. Its parent company, Diamond Sports, is dropping the ball on their financial commitments, leaving teams scrambling as they face the possibility of being left without a cable TV broadcaster. What does this mean for the fans? Well, even though live games will still be available on the NBA app, the ripple effect could see the linear networks taking a hit. And let's be real, nothing beats that primetime TV game experience. Let's talk shop with none other than Rich Paul, the veteran sports agent who's not just about contracts and endorsements, but also about the evolution of the game's viewership. He stepped into the ring with Matt Belloni on The Town with Matt Belloni, not to throw punches but to weigh in on a heavyweight topic, the future of broadcasting basketball. When you think about the business of sports, evolution is not just a part of the game, it's a part of the playbook, Paul suggests. As the game changes, so does the way we watch it. He's got a foot in both courts here, appreciating the old-school vibe of free cable networks while juggling the financial frisbee of what's best for the NBA's business. I would have to have a deep conversation with owners to understand better, Paul says, acknowledging that there's a method to the madness. But they're giving them help for a reason. they're giving them aid. And that means that it's important for viewership, for sure. That's Rich Paul, folks, highlighting that the aid is not just a handout, it's a strategy for keeping eyes on the screen. So how does the NBA stack up against the NFL when it's time to hit the airwaves? According to Paul, the NFL's play calling is on point. The NFL has done a pretty decent job of balancing it out and getting as many eyes as possible, Paul points out. Consider Thursday Night Football with Amazon. That's the NFL testing the streaming waters while still keeping their cleats on the traditional turf. What's the takeaway? Maybe the NBA could learn a thing or two from the NFL's playbook. They don't have to reinvent the wheel, just maybe roll it down a new path without putting the viewership on the bench. But here's the real slam dunk: engagement, particularly from the up-and-comers in the stands. Paul drills down to the core challenge. How do we get the younger fan to be more engaged for a longer period of time? Right? And actually want to go to a game. And actually want to watch a game. Adam Silver is no rookie when it comes to the high-stakes game of media rights negotiations. He's been in this arena before, masterminding the NBA's digital media deal with Turner Broadcasting. But let's not beat around the hardwood. The landscape has dramatically shifted since then. With TV ratings taking a nosedive and the internet running a fast break on cable's territory, selecting the right media rights partner is more complex than a multiplayer trade. TikTok, the shot clock is counting down for the contracts with ESPN and Turner, set to expire post this season. And the NBA is not just sitting on the bench. The league's already warming up, laying the groundwork for what's coming next. Enter Joe Pompliano, a sharpshooting investor and NBA economics analyst, hosting the Joe Pomp Show. He's not just observing from the sidelines. He's putting the pressure on with some hard-hitting questions. Viewership for the NBA is still below the Michael Jordan era, he points out. And then, there's the issue of superstars riding the pine, sitting out 35% of regular season games on average due to load management. The plot thickens with the league reportedly struggling to sell its new media rights package, tagged at a whopping $75 billion. Pompliano's taking the full-court press approach with inquiries that are making everyone in the league check their financial footwork. Should fans be concerned with the regional networks going bankrupt? Will player salaries start to decline? What is going to happen to team valuation? Silver's decision-making skills are about to be tested like never before. The game's evolving, the players are changing, and the world is watching. What moves will the commissioner make to navigate this new era of media deals? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. In the high-stakes game of basketball business, it's all about staying ahead of the game. Now what are you waiting for? If you like this video, send a thumbs up this way and subscribe to NBA Bling for more such hoop content. See you next time. Until then, never ever forget to shoot your shot.